you so much for being here with me tonight. I want to share with you all these super interesting questions and answers that Moroni Jessop shared in his Facebook group. You should check out the group as well as his TikTok account. He has so much interesting primary source information to share about the AUB and sister wives. Meanwhile, I am exhausted and I think I'm hitting a brick wall again when it comes to sorting and trying to pack. I'm finding things like this and I'm having a hard time, like, do I take this home with me or give it to someone? They don't celebrate Halloween here. Or do I just throw it away? It's so hard. It's like I'm a hoarder, but it's not my fault because I've had to move like 4 times in the last 6 years. I'm exhausted by it and I'm burnt out. I've done this, I swear to you, I've done this so many times and I've never had this much of a problem with it, but it's just because I'm tired and I don't want to do it again. I don't want to do it. Okay, I think I've decided I'll just wear them. I mean, I am a sister witch after all. Alright, check out what Moroni Jessop has to say.
Okay, you should totally join this Facebook group because not only is Moroni Jessop on the page, but his wife is as well, and there are other members of the AUB there, and they do ask me anything. So I found a lot of interesting information there. And with the new season of Sister Wives coming up in the fall, it will be the coolest Facebook group to join. Okay, and here's Moroni's latest TikTok, which addresses the most recent without a crystal ball crap.
Good morning. Yesterday, I did a video about a certain Sister Wives creator who has been spreading false information about Mormon fundamentalists and about the AUB, the church that the Brown family belongs to. I was careful not to mention any names. However, they made a post on their Facebook page yesterday mentioning my name. So let's get into it. Moroni Jessop, that's me. You are a polygamist that participates in a cult that traffics and sexually abuses women. I thought that I had made it pretty clear I'm an independent. I don't belong to any group or any church. You believe that women are not equal. And I've made a ton of videos expressing my belief in equality between men and women, and how I believe that women hold the priesthood. You believe that the white race is superior. First of all, I'm not white. I claim my indigenous Mexican heritage. And I have consistently spoken out about racism on my TikTok, on blogs, and I spoke against racism in Mormon fundamentalism at Sunstone Symposium last year. And a quick search about this particular creator will reveal videos where she makes overtly racist statements herself. The AUB believes in blood atonement. I can't speak to what the AUB believes in because I'm not a member of the AUB. Emily Lee is not lying. I listened to the interview with Emily Lee, which, granted, was very fascinating. However, I found the interview to be very leading in that the creator was asking questions to push the narrative in a certain direction. For instance, stating things that were said in Doctrine and Covenants section 132 that aren't in the Doctrine and Covenants, and trying to get Emily Lee to agree with it. So yes, there is a ton of misinformation there. I hope one day you find yourself in prison. Ha! For what? And the last sentence is very, very insulting and doesn't even deserve a response. Apart from defending the accusations made against me, I'm not going to criticize this creator because I think that there are some pathological issues there. But I do want to publicly thank Maggie Babylon, Down the Rabbit Hole, Pretty Dead Lady, for going onto this post and making statements that defended me. I really appreciate that, even though anytime anybody made any statement defending me, she would delete the comments. Now I have blocked this creator on all platforms. I have neither the time nor the patience to give this creator any more of my energy. Some have suggested that I join the line of people who are pushing lawsuits against her, but I'm just going to let her be and tell her have a nice life, and I advise you to do the same. Cheers.
It's so weird to me. This is literally someone who's left the AUB and is speaking out about a lot of the inappropriate things that go on in the religious group. The stuff he says on his TikTok page, it seems really balanced to me, and he doesn't come off as someone who's trying to present himself as always right or perfect, and I really value that in people. Like, he's not saying, I know all, I'm the only one who should be speaking out about this. So I really value what he has to say. Check out the TikTok and Facebook page, and I'm going to show you some of his questions and answers from the Facebook page. Okay, you guys used to love these Ask Me Anythings when we read them about the Duggars. So let's see how this one goes. Okay, question. Just curious, why do polygamists think they'll be God in heaven? God in the Bible is a jealous God and wouldn't make humans a God, it seems. And Moroni responds, we believe we are the children of God, literally, and this world is nothing more than a proving ground for us to grow, learn, and become like Him. The Hebrew word for God in the New Testament is Elohim, which literally means the God. Okay, here's one you guys were asking about in my comments. Moroni says he's no longer polygamist, but he did live in polygamy for 13 years. Question, did you have kids with both wives? Are both wives still in the church? And what about your kids? Also, what's your impression of the order? Response is, yes, I had kids with both wives. We were independent, so we didn't belong to any group or church. My impression of the order is not very favorable. Most of my kids are grown and out of the house. None have chosen the religion. Why in the world would I not talk to them? We're not Amish. They have always been free to choose their own path. I'm very proud of them. So this question, you can read some of it yourself. The person is basically saying that Without a Crystal Ball is coming up with some bombshell attacks on the Browns. And specifically, Without a Crystal Ball is talking about Mary getting colon cleanings. I was going to talk about this in one of my videos and just decided not to, but Without a Crystal Ball did put up a post. It seemed to me like she was criticizing the fact that the AUB follows a lot of holistic teachings and they use alternative medicine and therapies, and she was claiming that the source she has from the AUB told her that Mary got colonics constantly in her infertility journey in order to try to conceive a child. And Moroni responds, okay, the colonics post is an example. Stuff like colonics is popular with fundamentalists, every type of alternative healing. However, the guy that she mentioned that did the colonics, I personally knew the guy, and he never did such a thing as give people colonics. He was old and feeble by the time Mary married Cody. He may have suggested colonics to people, but certainly wasn't the one shoving tubes up people's butts. Guys, I know a lot of people who need colonics for medical reasons. And I just think it's so weird that this was a major focus of Without a Crystal Ball's post, and I think also one of her videos as well. It would make sense to me if you want to come forward and talk about and even criticize the AUB for the fact that they believe in alternative medicine, because I know that that's something that Without a Crystal Ball has been against in the past. But to bring it all down to Mary and her own personal infertility journey really bothers me deeply. Okay, here's a good one. I missed the question, but I think it said something like, were the Browns ever really in danger of being arrested? Moroni responds, all polygamists are always at risk due to the legal nature of the practice. However, that said, I do feel like the Browns played up the fleeing in the middle of the night thing to create more drama for the camera. Until polygamy was decriminalized in 2020, they used to go after polygamists for unlawful cohabitation, which meant they were in violation of the law and committing a felony simply for living with each other. Okay, here's another good one. Question, has Cody and Robin been excommunicated from the AUB? Answer, no, they are still members of the AUB in good standing. I just had this confirmed recently. They have placed a distance between themselves and the church at the request of the church because the church doesn't want any attention brought to them, but they are members still. Oh my gosh, this is just a few of the questions that were answered on the Facebook page. You guys have really got to get over to the Facebook page or even Moroni's TikTok to check out the other questions and answers, and you can also ask Moroni yourself. that's a unique opportunity. I hope you totally take advantage of it. Happy Mother's Day to all of those mothers out there. I've heard that I'm getting a very special trip this year. I'll have to let you guys know more about it in my next video. I hope you have a great night and hope to talk to you again soon.